Hi everyone, my name is Vereecken. I'm a mind body expert, but also mindset coach, and I help people overcome issues in their life by looking together with them what the root cause of their issues is. And recently, I have been working around the theme of love, self love, receiving love, feeling worthy of love. And related to that, I wanted to make a video about the 5 love languages. There are actually 5 love languages, and a lot of people don't know about the 5 love languages. I didn't know about it before, I think 2019. I hadn't heard of these languages, but it was very insightful to know about them because it did help me in my own relationship with my partner. So I wanted to share with you what these 5 love languages are. So, love languages are actually means of expressing love. Okay, so I can be here loving someone else, but unless I express it, that other person might not know that I love him or her, right? So there's some kind of expression needed to feel the love. I mean, perhaps some people can experience love energetically, but a lot of people need some kind of sign to understand that someone is giving them love. So there are 5 ways of expressing love, and when I talk about love, I really mean unconditional love, and that is the love that we should have towards our partner, towards our kids, even towards friends. It's unconditional love. It's like, I love you because of who you are. I give you love and I don't expect anything in return. I'm just giving it to you because you're so worth it and I love you. Right? That is the form of love that I'm talking about. There are 5 ways that love can be expressed. The first one is physical touch. Okay, so a lot of people will feel loved when they are touched, when they get a hug, when they are caressed, when they get a kiss. It's really the physical touch, touching someone that might make them feel loved as an expression of love. So pretty straightforward. The second love language is affirmation, words of affirmation. So it's about telling someone how great they are. It's about, pronouncing words of encouragement, pronouncing words of empowerment, positive guidance, positive words, reinforcing them in who they are, kind of positive affirmation words. Second love language. Third love language is quality time. So, quality time is all about, let me show you how much I love you by actually making time for you and spending that time with you. And it's all about spending time focused and with undivided attention. So, it's about, I'm here for you and I'm fully engaging with you. My mind's not anywhere else. It's really quality time, giving you my time because I love you and I want to spend my time with you. That's quality time. Then there's the fourth love language, which is acts of service, being in service, helping someone. Okay, so some people will express their love by actually doing something for you. And that's all about giving you their energy. Okay, I'm going to bake a cake for you. I'm going to clean up the house for you. I'm going to make dinner so you don't have to do it. I'm going to help you out, do stuff for you, the acts of service. And then there's the fifth love language, which is about gifts, giving, receiving gifts. It's about really giving someone something. It's not about going to the store, buying some really very luxurious stuff or that costs a lot of money. It's not about that. It's about really just putting time and effort in picking a gift, even making a gift and giving that to someone else because as an expression of their love. Okay, so for example, for children, it can be a drawing. they put their energy in making this drawing and then giving it to you. In children, that's usually a form of expressing their love. It's about a gift. Now, all of these love language, when you would express your love in one of these languages, it's all about doing that with the intention of not with the expectation of getting something back. Okay, it's really unselfish, telling someone how great they are, giving someone, doing something for them, deciding to spend time with them, not because they're going to give you something back, but just expressing it like that without the expectation. Now, that's 5 different love language. Now, what is important is that we usually have one that we prefer, and everyone has a different preference, but there's usually one that sticks out, that is your primary love language. It can also be that you also have a secondary love language. There's a second one that's also quite important for you, maybe a bit less than the primary, but there can be 2 who are rather important for you, and then maybe the rest is smaller or non-present. It can be that can be the case too. But what's important to know is what are your love languages? How do you like to receive love? When do you feel loved? When somebody hugs you or kisses you, or when somebody talks really nice to you by the words that they speak of encouragement, of empowerment? Or do you like to be helped? Or do you like to receive a gift? Or do you just like do you feel loved when people spend time with you? So what is your primary love language? And interesting to know also is that the way you receive love, the way you perceive love, can be different from how you give love. So it might be that you say, well, I want to be hugged. That's how I feel loved. But the people that I love, I give them love by words of affirmation. So that can be different. Your receiving language can be different from your giving language. Not always, but it happens. Also interesting to know is, what is my love language and what is my partner's love language? Because when those languages are different, you can get into misunderstandings in your relationship. And this is where I'm going to talk to you about my own experience, because my partner's love language is physical touch. So he likes to hug, kiss. He feels loved when he's hugged. That's not my primary love language. My primary love language is words of affirmation. So when he starts saying, oh, you're so great, you look so nice, you're doing such an amazing job, you're a wonderful mother, you're an amazing partner, oh my God, I'm just like, whoa, oh, then I feel loved. Even when I hear those words now, it warms me up. So for me, it's words of affirmation. But my partner, he's like, oh, words don't matter, only actions, only the hug, words don't matter, I want the action. I'm like, yeah, for me, it's the other way around. I like the words. Of course, I also like to be hugged and kissed, and I also receive that as love, but a bit more through words of affirmation. And so before we knew about his love language, we were in a situation that he was actually complaining, like, you're not hugging me. I always hug you. You don't hug me. You don't love me anymore. Like, of course I love you. I love you all the time. But my language of giving love is actually also acts of service, doing things. And so we weren't aligned in that. I said, of course I love you. Look at all the stuff I'm doing for you. And he was like, but I don't receive love like that. I need to be hugged. And so it became clear also when he learned about his love language. For him, it was a big insight to understand, oh, not everyone perceives love like that. And that's okay. It doesn't mean I'm not loved. It's just your love language is different than mine. And so it was a big insight for us. And when you have this awareness of what love languages that you have, you can actually make conscious efforts to help each other, to express love more in the love language of the other person, taking it into account that they might not perceive your sign of love, the way you like to give it, and that you do some effort to give them love through their love language. And so it's a give and take. And once you know that, you can actually pay attention to it, and you can make a bit of an effort to understand, okay, he needs the hug, so I'm going to hug him because that's how he perceives love, and he's going to come, back and say more words of affirmation because he knows that's how I perceive love. So was a big insight for us to know. And yeah, it improved the relationship knowing that. Also, very much worth looking into the love language of your children because they also have love languages. And what are their love languages? And to figure out what do they need to feel love, because it's not always in the hugging or the words of affirmation. It can be spending quality time. For a lot of kids, they perceive love when you make time for them, and also of course when you hug them. Mostly those are important love language for children. So very, very important to go and check that out. What is it for them? What are their most important love language? And making sure that you come forward and you help them experience love in the way they yeah, their preference of receiving it. That's what I wanted to say. So if you're out there and you are feeling like, oh my god, I'm not loved, people don't love me because they're not hugging me, because they're not saying nice words, then maybe just ask yourself the question, maybe their love language is something else. They are helping me, they are spending time with me. That's also expressions of love. So go and look around. There's always love everywhere. So just 5 love languages. I would say dig into it, look what love language is yours, what your partner's is, and talk about it because it might resolve some problems that you currently have. That's it for me for now. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to look at more videos like this around issues or problems that you can resolve for yourself. Bye bye.